She cemented her teen icon status as Brenda Walsh on everyone's favorite guilty pleasure, Beverly Hills 90210. Shannen's career continued to be charmed as she was cast as beautiful witch Prue in yet another Aaron Spelling series. Moving into the uber-popular reality TV world, Shannen is back in the limelight with the new hit series, Breaking Up with Shannen Doherty, one of Oxygen's highest-rated shows ever. Shannen Doherty is a powerhouse talent, and she's here to stay. All right, let's bring her out, Miss Shannen Doherty.
You have.
Aren't they nice?
Wow.
Yeah. You are frozen in time looking just like the same. How long ago was that?
That was scary to watch.
Was it scary to watch?
It was a little scary.
Stuff?
Well, the stuff from Little House.
Uh-huh.
That was a little, in our house, it was like, oh my God.
How was it like playing with Laura Ingalls when you were on Little House of the Prairie?
You know, that was by far, I've been acting for 25 years. That's still my favorite experience. You know, we were all sort of running around in those outfits, and we were kind of like a big family, and we all hung out together, and all the moms were there, and so you know, we'd go into school, and sometimes we would actually do it in the school on location.
Oh, really?
Film
at school?
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
And then take us to 90210. Does that feel like ages ago?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Ages ago for me, yeah.
What were some of the great memories about being on that show?
You know, I think in the beginning, I felt that we were sort of breaking ground because we were doing a show about, you know, kids our age in high school and sort of the problems that kids go through, you know, fitting in and being awkward and desperately wanting to be popular and for the guys to like you and friends backstabbing you. It's sort of what everybody goes through in high school.
I had Ian Ziering on the show,
right,
and he was saying the OC and all you shows out there are copying the original 90210.
It's true.
How do you feel when you see those shows now?
I think it's incredibly flattering that you know we're still to this day being copied, and it just goes to show what a brilliant man Aaron Spelling is and Darren Star.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about Aaron Spelling, because I know that he just passed recently, and I know you had a relationship with him.
Yeah, a relationship that nobody really understands.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, people always think like, oh God, you know, he fired her off of 90210 and they must dislike each other, and it was never like that between the two of us, you know. There was a lot of love, and he obviously loved me, gave me my other big job, which was Charmed, and for me personally, he was sort of a mentor, and certainly with my production company that I started, I kind of model it after Aaron, because he just, you know, groundbreaking in TV and really sort of shaped what TV is today, and on a personal note, he was just such an incredibly lovely man, and he's missed, definitely.
Yes. And I know during your time with working with Aaron, you were a very young girl.
Yes.
And unfortunately, for people that have been in the industry for 25 years, we get to see all of your awkward moments. We get to see those times in your life that you wish just didn't get captured on film.
Yeah.
So let's see the first one. That's sweet.
That was kind of like my grunge phase.
Yeah.
You know, it was the whole Seattle grunge music thing happening. So that is a disaster. That is like, I don't know what's going on with the bang.
Look at Jason Priestley's bang and check out my side bang today. Look at that. Is that not the same?
That's kind of similar.
What else do we have?
Brenda and Dylan.
Was he just as sexy as we thought he was on TV?
Yeah, you know, I actually always thought that Jason was the sexy one. Which was, I played his sister, so it was always a little awkward.
Did you ever have a crush on Jason?
We were definitely hanging out. There was a crush between the two of us for a little while. But we, you know, I would have a boyfriend, he would have a girlfriend. I think it was a special friendship because we would always sort of talk to one another about, you know, our relationships, and we were tight.
You're really tight. Do you still stay in touch now?
Sort of like through people, we'll send messages or we bumped into each other. The people that I'm probably the closest with on the show was Jason and Brian Austin Green, who is just the most adorable, funny, sweetheart. I see the girls like going, yeah. Right? I mean,
he had a lot of soul.
And on his show, Freddie, he was just so precious. He was a great guy.
What, if you look back at that time, looking back now, is there anything that you would have done differently, or is there anything that you would have told the young Shannen to look out for?
So many things. I think discretion would have been a good one. I don't think that at the time you realize what's going on. You don't realize that all this attention is focused on you, and that the growing up process is going to be sort of translated as a negative thing to the public. You're just sort of out there 18 years old with cameras in your face and people writing about you, and you're trying to find your way through life, and you're trying to discover yourself. And it's, for any of us, it's a hard road, being 18 and being awkward and not, having the highest self-esteem in the world. And I definitely didn't at that time.
Yeah.
But then again, there's so many upsides to it. You get the best clothes in the world for free, and you get reservations anywhere you want, and you get show tickets. And
so it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off.
Do you ever read what the tabloids have to say about you?
I used to.
And how would it make you feel?
Horrible.
Really?
Really bad. I haven't read anything in an incredibly long time. I don't go on the computer, the internet. I don't do any of that, so I avoid it at all costs. But there was recently an article about me that had to be brought to my attention because it was a potential lawsuit. And I just sort of remember reading it and actually crying and being like, how can they be so mean to someone? It seems odd to me that we as a society eat that stuff up. That we crave it so much, but that it's at the expense of somebody else.
I think after a while, the press starts not even looking at you as a human being.
No, not at all.
They see that you're a public figure and you're just open.
How much money are they going to make by, putting you in the magazine?
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot. Back in your day, I feel you were very singled out as the girl. She was wild. She was out there. But now there's all these girls. There's the Nicole Richies, there's the Lindsay Lohans, there's a whole pack of them. What would you tell them now, today?
Stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me because looking back, the stuff that I think that I did back then, as I said before, was just sort of the growing up process. And compared to what the girls do now, it's kind of mild, I mean, now they're making porno tapes and they're doing all sorts of things.
Can you imagine if you did a porno tape back then?
I would have to go live in Alaska.
We'll have more with Shannen Doherty, and she's going to teach us all how to break up with somebody that is just treating us so bad. We'll be right back. Up next, Shannen Doherty does some dumping.
Some of them I rejoice in dumping.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, some of them are just so inconsiderate, and I can't wait to go out there and nail them to the wall.